Hallelujah. We are back.
Welcome to the Christian Mingle Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Jesus and how he can help you get the mate of your dreams. With me today is my relationship guru, Daniel.
Hi, Lewis. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ in your heart?
Jesus has been accepted into my heart fully, romantically.
Welcome to Tour Guides to Wakanda.
Welcome to what?
To the Tour Guides to Wakanda.
Two ordinary nerds in Wakanda.
Oh, I like that too.
Welcome to Dateline. Tonight, two ordinary nerds go to Wakanda. I guess. We'll just wing it. Maybe we'll crop in the Jesus part too.
Jesus!
So we're back again.
For season 3.
No, not season 3.
Season 4?
No, we're on season 2 still.
Season 2?
Remember, we took a quarter season break, although it was more like a half season break.
Well, there was nothing happened.
And we still have better ratings than Walking Dead. All right. Well, what are you drinking on today?
I'm drinking at, of course, Boulevard, but this is called Vamos. It's a Mexican style lager, and it's sponsored, or it has the Royals as the Kansas City baseball team logo on it. It's an alright beer. I mean, I can drink a couple of these, so I'm gonna give it 2 or 3 beers because I can drink a couple.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's a lot of good flavor.
It's not great either, but it's not bad.
I would give it a 3 out of 5. It's a good, on this podcast, we're going to talk about Marvel. And by Marvel, I mean we're going to talk about Wakanda, Avengers, Jessica Jones.
Let's break the $1 billion mark and get into this episode.
Ching! Kendrick Lamar music like Black Panther.
Black Panther has Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, we're not cool like him. But since this is it's been out for a while, we're not going to dive deep and do a full spoiler cast. We're just going to run down and talk about it.
Let's start coming in and saying what a great movie it was all around.
Yeah, I would definitely say one of the best Marvel movies. It's in my top 5.
I think it's in my top 5, but it's not in my top 3.
It's not on the top 3.
I do like it, and I do realize what not only did it accomplish making a great movie, but it also accomplished it
culturally awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get to see they did a really good job showing like African culture, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Putting African culture instead of making it like primitive, they enhance all the good qualities.
Yeah, I mean, we found out. I mean, they're smarter than basically anybody in the world right now. Even Tony and.
I wouldn't say maybe they're smarter. They're more technologically advanced than
I would say the sister is.
Technically, the sister's not smarter than Tony.
Well, we're talking about MCU. We don't.
Well, you haven't seen Tony's new armor.
Yeah, the bleeding edge armor.
Yeah, right. So. Talking about Marvel-wise, she's not even in the top 5 smartest. Reed Richards is one. Mm-hmm. Tony, Dr. Doom. I think Peter Parker's 5. I don't want to say it. Bruce Banner. And then there is the new Iron Man, who's
the female
girl, who's smarter. But maybe in this universe, she is in this top 5 because there's no Reed Richards.
I think she was one of the best parts of that movie. She was fucking great.
I wasn't so fond too much of Lupita.
Yeah.
Maybe because not against her, but more or less of her character. I felt like it was a little bit boring at times compared to the rest of the cast.
Oh yeah, like
they're all so badass, and she seems like a little bit underneath of this.
Like Denai's part with Denai is the girl who plays Michonne in Walking Dead. Denai's part was badass.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She just invokes that character so well. Can't wait to see her in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Tear some people up.
And the sister was pretty cool with when she got her little shooting gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this is like minimal criticism. Lupita did a great job. It wasn't. Like,
She's a great actress.
She's a great actress. It's just when you're surrounded by like super awesome, like elite level everything, or elite level smart, or elite level fighting capabilities like Panther, or.
I felt like I get where you're going with this because she did a great job, but I felt like didn't give Lupita the justice because she's an Oscar-winning actress. She's amazing, and I feel like the character itself was not that exciting. I mean, I agree with you. She did an okay job fighting and stuff, but I wasn't yearning to see her. I was yearning to see Denai or the sister or Black,
or the Rhino.
T'Challa. Yeah, the Rhino.
That was pretty cool.
A lot of people were complaining about the Rhino. I'm like, dude, that shit's fucking cool. Where have you ever seen in a movie where they have like riding on a rhino?
Not riding. I think 300 had the Rhino attack you.
Oh, that's right.
But so tell me more. What would you think it's like? Give me a little 2-minute plot. Where does the movie start? What happened, more or less?
The movie starts as a week or so after Civil War ends, and so they're still kind of dealing with T'Challa's dad dying, and so they have to bring him in as the king, and then as the and then of course on the other spectrum of that, we find out that there's another guy who's trying to work his way up to become, he wants to take the throne back from T'Challa, and then he basically gets thrown off a cliff. Michael B. Jordan takes the spot for a while, then they
going to Michael B. Jordan.
Best part of the movie.
Yeah, he did great. I am completely disappointed that they killed him.
Yeah, I wish he would be, kind of like Loki. He's been like a revolving character. It would have been awesome if they kept Michael B. Jordan around for, several movies where he just kept coming back. Like in Thor 2, Loki's back. In Thor 3, Loki's back. So it'd be cool if...
Yeah, I do think I wouldn't go as far as Loki is coming back so often. The thing is, the hype, the hype with an Age of Ultron. What's his name? Gollum.
Oh, yeah, the guy. What's the Clave or? Hold on.
Let me hear Black Panther actor so I can more or less see it.
Yeah. I am right. Andy Serkis. Claw.
Ulysses Claw. Okay. So they hype up Ulysses Claw
to be this
big bad guy, and then he gets killed. Kind of like almost. It wasn't off screen.
It was like half. Well, it wasn't off screen, but yeah, it was.
But it was like
uneventful.
Like, all right, well, this is kind of pointless. And I was having so much fun with him.
Yeah.
And I would have been so happy if Claw and Eric
Killmonger
would have went to when both of them went to Wakanda, and then Killmonger getting captured to jail.
I get why.
And then maybe Claw passing away, but they give us like two badasses, and they kill both of them.
Yeah.
But
well, Claw is like the main nemesis of Black Panther, right?
He's one of them.
Yeah.
Claw, and then there's going to be the White Panther, which is the adopted brother of...
Well, White Wolf. It's White Wolf.
No, it's
I read an article on IGN because they were saying how...
White Fang?
It's White Wolf because that's what they call Bucky. Bucky becomes that character. They're talking about how in the comic it's a stepbrother that becomes White Wolf, but in this it's going to be Bucky.
I guess Bucky will become the enemy of T'Challa because he's special forces, and in the comics he's one of those that he's not technically bad. He just doesn't like T'Challa and thinks he can run. he can run the society better.
Mm.
But he's not intentionally evil. He doesn't want to destroy Wakanda. He doesn't want to damage. He thinks that T'Challa is not fit, and he can do a better job. So when he attacks him, it's not more or less like he wants to kill T'Challa. He just wants to get him out so he can run.
Okay.
In the most legal possible way. But then they also have, Black Panther. Fortunately, is one of the most established characters, but doesn't have a lot of shows or series to pull like Spider-Man has, or Batman, or any other top 5.
It's not one of the bigger comics.
No, it got big, but it's not one of the biggest. Like Fantastic Four, he was introduced as in Fantastic Four, as an enemy of Fantastic Four, who basically defeats all 4 of them, and then he just became more like a sidekick character of the Fantastic Four. He will come in and show up, but it took some years before he had his own book, and he doesn't have so many books that continuous like some other superheroes just do, like Iron Man, Thor,
Girl Thor. Yeah. So overall, I would give that movie 4.5 stars.
I did like it. I do enjoy it. I think
I'd actually do more like 4.7.
I do. I agree with a 4.5. I mean, close to perfection. I love it. I think it was good. I think it's not quite as good as Winter Soldier.
I would say they're tied, in my opinion. I don't know. Winter Soldier is so fucking good.
And I think the reason why Winter Soldier has a little bit more of an edge is more or less still based on more in reality than Black Panther.
I would say it's Black Panther.
Politics, I think more.
Yeah.
It's more and
it's ground based more. I would say for me, Black Panther is tied with Civil War.
I think it's better than Civil War. Black Panther, not a Winter Soldier, but better than Civil War. I think for me it's tied for other reasons. I mean, because the action and stuff, both of them are really good. And, I mean, well, no, I do agree with you there. Never mind, because I don't like the whole espionage part of Civil War, where the guy is trying to pin them against each other, and then like at the end he's like, "Oh, I killed all the super soldiers, so now you guys have to fight each other." Yeah, you're that part was kind of stupid, but. Civil War was, I think, it was like a little teaser taste, so it was going to come in and with Thanos. So, for me, is Black Panther did everything right. There's little
it didn't feel like a Marvel movie.
No,
it was a superhero movie, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like something bigger and better. Like an adventure, but I don't know, man. It was
everybody did a great job. Everybody, and I enjoyed that they broke records. I enjoy that they can prove that we can have a superhero that is not an American,
not a white man,
not a white American.
Yeah,
and not yes, there's Falcon, and yes, there's Blade, and yes, there is other black.
But they haven't stuck like this one.
Blade did stuck.
It's stuck.
Blade wasn't.
But it wasn't the culture. He was just.
Well, he was not. There was not. This is the first non-American superhero.
Yeah.
That it blew up, and that's what I enjoyed more than the what color the skin is. Is there's other superheroes everywhere else. It almost seems like the United States had every single superhero.
Yeah.
Except Thor.
Yeah.
And I guess Natasha is technically Russian, but she's still.
Yeah, I would have to say. Well, and Wanda is.
Yeah, but I mean they're not the frontliners. They're like the sidekicks.
But everyone else is definitely.
So this is the first time you get like a true superhero that is not the United States, that is not conventional.
So this is a good turning point for us to go into Infinity War talk. So my theory that I've wanted to tell you for a while, which is kind of true. So my theory is that the movie, one of the first scenes, or I would say a little bit into it, is when in the trailer we see Vision laying on the ground, them trying to take the stone. Thanos' children are trying to take the stone out of his head. I think what happens is they get ambushed. Is that louder? I don't know. It looks the same. Maybe it's louder. I don't know. Now that's different. Yeah. So I think what happens is him and Wanda get ambushed because they're living together, and then I think that because Cap and Natasha and Falcon have been doing Secret Avengers, I think that they are going to secretly come in, or they're going to come save them. I originally thought that they were going to go to Avenger headquarters and be like, hey, this is what's happening. Shit's messed up. We need to work together again. But what happens, I found out, I read today, because a lot of people, IGN and places were allowed to release information of Infinity War, like set visits today. And it's after that happens, they go to Wakanda, where obviously, which would make more sense because Bucky's there and everyone just kind of meets up there.
I think my thing with going to Wakanda, I think it's they're gonna need something. Thanos is gonna need something. Is gonna have the portal open in Wakanda to go through Earth through there, because the New York one is gonna get stopped. It's gonna get closed. And the one through Wakanda is gonna get open. They're gonna pass through there, and they have to get to.
So, I'm interested. A lot of people are. I posted. I'm part of this IGN movie podcast page on Facebook, like this group. And I posted on there. Someone was like, "Yeah, they're talking about Infinity War." And I'm like, "Oh man, I hope they release another trailer soon so we can get some more."
Tonight?
Is that what they said?
I think there's a trailer tonight. I heard.
Oh, sure. And I'm like, man, I'd really like to see more information. People are like, "Oh god damn you, fuck you, it comes out in a month. You can be fucking patient." And I'm like, if you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But so
you can be patient.
So
you're saying it would be nice, but if it doesn't show up, it's no big.
Yeah, I mean, I have a running gag with my coworker where I scratch my neck, and I'm like, "Hey, I just need that trailer, man. I need that trailer. You don't understand." But yeah. So one interesting fact: it hasn't been proven yet that it's a true cast list. But there are two names that pop up in the cast list, either it be after credits or during the movie. One, of course, it's no surprise, is Captain Marvel. The second one is fucking huge. Like, if it's real, it opens up a whole nother can of worms. It's Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer shows up?
In the cast list that was leaked. I'm not sure if it's a real one, but Silver Surfer's lit in it. And the actor's name that's in there is a real actor, and I'm like, holy shit! If he's in it, then that means. And I looked it up, because I was like,
they own Fantastic Four.
Fox owns it. Fox owns Silver Surfer still. So if he's in it, dude, that
didn't
means,
they buy the Fantastic Four?
Technically yes, but it's still being negotiated with like the government because of the monopoly and shit. But
Fuck you, government.
Yeah. But if that's the case, man, if Silver Surfer's in there, that means Fantastic Four can be in it, Doctor Doom, which would be fucking awesome. I'm way more excited to see them in it than X-Men. I would think it would be cool if it was X-Men, but I think now that I know that Hugh Jackman's like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this. I mean, Chris Evans is key.
He just can't.
He's just old, man.
Yeah, he can't just keep it up.
Yeah, he's not young like Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth. And
they're getting to the point too. Like keeping that.
Well, I'm pretty sure my roster definitely. Thor, I don't think is going to die because he said he'd be willing after Ragnarok. He'd be willing to come back for another one. I think Tony's done. Of course, he's in the second Avengers movie, so he's not done. But I think after the movies he's done.
People who died stay dead.
I think
Uncle Ben is gonna die.
Did you see the leaked script?
Oh, what?
There's a script that leaked that people thought was real, but they didn't read it close enough. But it's like Thanos grabs Peter Parker, and he's crushing him to death. And he's like, Uncle Ben! And then Thanos...
What did you say?
You see Thanos release his hand. Thanos says, Why did he say that name? Why did you say that name? Tony steps back, and he's crawling over to Parker to help him, says, that's his uncle's name. Thanos leaves. And some people were on there, they commented, and they were like, you can see people doing like teary faces and shit. I'm like, dude, there's no way that this is fucking great. Everyone was laughing though, because it's just like, some people thought it was real, and then they were like, I get it, that was a knock on DC.
But yeah, the same people who are gonna die.
Who do you think?
Let's see, who would I think of?
Natasha's not gonna die, because they've already confirmed that they're gonna make a Black Widow movie. Guardians aren't gonna die. I could see Drax dying.
Yeah, teenager.
Groot?
Teenager Groot dies.
Yeah.
Next another Groot who's not...
My main thing is, like, all of these people are in the second Avengers movie, or the fourth one. So I'm intrigued. That's the best part of being alone in the house now, and just freaking out minorly. But yeah, I think Cap dies, but I think and of course Kevin Feige's the master of fucking manipulation. I mean, he's really good at being like, oh yeah, when they're dead, they're dead. Well, we don't know what happens in the fourth Avenger movie. We already know Captain America's in there because they do like they go back in time for because of set photos, they go back in time to like the Battle of New York and shit. But yeah, one thing we should talk about, you brought it up, is that sick ass Bleeding Edge armor. That shit is awesome looking.
Yeah. It works by itself.
Well, and it manipulates. Like, he can manipulate it to have any weapon he wants. He doesn't run out of ammo or anything. He's just... And I think it's cool. Like, I get it now. He takes off the glasses and it just, like, forms and... Yeah. And then, of course, he can have space. That's how they get up to space. But I think what might happen, because Feige said the last part of it is going to be, like, the Wakanda battle, or, like, that's probably the last arc of the movie. So I think Doctor Strange, and then, of course, Tony and Peter are going to be in space. And then I think what happens is they get their asses kicked, them and the Guardians, and then Thanos goes to Wakanda with everyone else to fight them, and then that group fights, but then the other group gets their shit together and goes to Wakanda and whoops ass, I guess. I don't know.
We'll see.
It would be cool to see like a hurrah, like with everyone fighting. I think you'd be disappointed if unless they do it really good. I think it'd be kind of dumb if they don't have at least Tony and Captain see each other.
They will. Of course they will.
I want to. I need to see him scissor, man.
I think, before we let it go, like, who's going to die? I think it's going to be Rocket Raccoon and Peter Parker.
Rocket, he's just a fucking raccoon.
He's
goddamn rodent. Trash panda. And then, of course, Peter.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, Peter's like...
And then we get Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And it was the Spider-Man 2. It's actually Miles Morales, not Peter Parker.
I hope Miles shows up. That would be cool. And Peter is in fucking Venom. He was seen on set. He was like, I was just visiting the set. I'm like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you,
British
lies. I was about to say, you British dick. Alright, so I guess, do we want to end it here, or do we want to just talk about Jessica Jones?
I think it's... we got time, right? What time is it?
Right now it's...
25. Yeah. So, I think that would be a good way to end the...
We're going to end this one...
spoiler speculation and jump into Jessica Jones. I finished it, but you are still almost there. But
we could talk about spoilers. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's going to be anything.
Yeah. This seems more... I think this Jessica Jones. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love it. I liked it. It's one of those things that it lost my attention sometimes, and I dabbled and got my phone and checked my emails. But it seems more as more investigation, more crime, more than superhero. Here come beating the cup of anybody. It was more
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I do like it a lot. I think it's cool because they kind of incorporate the whole Me Too movement in there a little bit. Like, you can tell, like, the woman power things in there, which is cool because
of course
the sexual harassment thing, they kind of put that in there, which I think is awesome. I think we need more of that. You know,
more sexual harassment?
No, fuck! We don't need more sexual harassment. We need less. I think it's awesome that they're...
So you're saying they do not call out sexual harassment?
They don't advocate for it enough. No. I think it's awesome that they have that in there.
I didn't take the Me Too movement at all. I took it like...
Well, they had the Trish part, like, where she was being sexually assaulted. Or like,
yes, when she was young, but I personally didn't took the Me Too. I took it as a show of stronger, strong females, like all around, like the lawyer.
Well, I think everyone that directed the movie or the series was female also, which is cool.
Like I like the one of my favorite parts was the Trinity's Hunter like scheme or the lawyer Trinity.
Like trying to get with Neo.
She was getting sick. Well, yeah, she was getting sick. And
the one
she got sick. Then all that story.
But Neo's penis made her gay.
Yeah. Neo was amazing.
Yeah, her arc was pretty good. I mean, the fact, like, she's like, oh man, I got healed, and then all of a sudden, Jessica's like, no you didn't. That dude's a fraud. And then she walks into her apartment, it's fucking ransacked. I'm like, that is actually kind of funny, because she's an arrogant asshole. I mean, she thinks she's better than everyone. She sees that person with ALS fall down, and instead of helping them, she just stares at them. I mean,
she has also.
It's a testament of her character. Like, she is just like, fuck this, I'm above everyone else.
But I don't think it like that. I took it like she had to work so hard.
Hey, fuck.
Distance himself from anybody else to get to the point that she is.
I just want to say, fuck you. This show is still not as good as Iron Fist.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Iron Fist is the best. They're making the second season.
Yeah, it's filming right now.
I'm not too.
Luke Cage looks cool though. I like how it's the Heroes for Hire twist on there.
Uh-huh.
They're like, when he's like walking through the streets, and they're
like,
"Black
man, get paid."
That shit looks great, man. I'm pretty stoked for that show. But yeah, I like to see it, and I was like, okay, I know David Tennant is in this fucking season. I know he has a small arc in the season. Where is it? And finally, last night I got to episode 11 where he shows up and he's just in her head fucking with her. And I was like, thank God, because he's just such a good actor, and he's so good at the villain persona.
I did not like that.
You didn't like it at all?
She hallucinating. I don't think there could be better things. It reminds me of what Grey cut in the comics in Civil War. There's this prison and they escape.
The Raft.
And
Noah's Ark.
And Luke Cage is fighting, and then he comes along and he says, basically, I don't remember, this is more or less by memory, but it's like, stop. And Luke Cage stop, and you can see his eyes are like he's controlling him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you kill Jessica and your baby," and then he snaps. He loses control because in the arc he's been drugged for so long and he has so much power. So Luke Cage turns around and beats the living shit out of him, and I wish they could see that. But now that he's dead, it's almost like poking.
They threw in so many more spoilers than. Oh, fun fact: if you look at the Lego set, the big Infinity War set where they have the Doctor Strange's palace, and then they have or whatever, and then they have Peter Parker's apartment.
Uh-huh.
If you look in the bottom right hand corner, they have news for Daredevil.
Really?
Like one of the Lego pieces is a news article for Daredevil.
That's cool.
But I loved all the little catches and like the little
great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and then they talk about Cap a lot. Like he's like, oh man, he cannot go anywhere without Captain America. And then they talk about the raft, which I was like, holy shit, thank God they brought that into it.
Yeah, they do mention a lot of things. I think it's good. I just hope.
I wanted Jessica's mom to fucking die. She was a crazy woman, man. She was just like, I mean, I understand it was the drugs and shit. I'm like, fuck, you are just an asshole. Like, I thought Jessica was an asshole. Yeah. She just is like she's just nuts.
Well, she does die, so don't you worry.
Oh. So what'd you think about, did you hear about what the Jessica Jones actress said about Defenders?
No.
She said that they're probably not going to ever make any more of those.
Huh.
Which kind of sucks, man, because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean,
they focus too much with fucking Dan.
Well, I think
Danny.
they focused too much on the fucking Danny, and Elektra. Like, the relationship between Daredevil and Elektra.
That never works. They should have focused. They should have made the hand. The hand was fine. Take fucking Danny's fucking arc in there and make it be like another punching bag, and that would have been great. And do not fucking end the fucking show like you did with such a shitty fucking ending.
Yeah, with Daredevil being in the
not so much Daredevil with being in the thing, but like the other end of the arc. You're like, that's it. This is it. Like 10 episodes of 3 of pure shit. Yeah, 8 episodes of 3 of pure shit.
Well, they took 3 fucking episodes for them to all meet each other.
So.
I mean, there are some good parts in that show, like when Danny and Daredevil fight each other's badass. I fucking love that part.
But you can always go back to our episode and rewatch it.
Go back to our episode and listen. So, I think we're on Podbean. I think we're on iTunes.
Yeah.
I think we're on YouTube.
We're everywhere, so you know how to find us.
We have a Star Wars episode that is going to be a lost episode that will come out, but hey, it's actually in time because the Blu-ray comes out this week.
Only 6 months late.
4. Now, 3.
Alright, well, thanks for listening and watching or whatever you're doing right now. Just put your hands back in your pocket.
And get me an Infinity War trailer.
Cheers.
Cheers.